Yeah, I'm here good to go. Just waiting a couple.
Here we go. Good evening. How's everybody doing? We are not fucking this up tonight. Joe McDonald's and I'm done. Calling us to talk to. Yeah, love for sale. Do you feel so right? Yeah. It's taken me 6 years to get here. I am so sorry if it's taken me 6 years. You can take the boy out of Ballier, but never the Ballier out of the fucking boy. And we are ready to go. Listen, there's me dad up there. There's me wingman, me best mate. He's not here, but he is here. Football here. Anyway, here. So, there's a couple of people. I want to bring on. Just give me 15 minutes. I just want to get a few tunes out my system. Like I said here, I'm a son of Ballier. I'm a soldier of Ballier and I'm fucking straight out of Ballier. And you know what? I want to remember. I want to feel again, even if it hurts. Do you understand? You can't buy love. I just remember two mad bastards on the dance floor. Yowza Tyndall and Pat Carey like that. And I'm trying to copy them. Like it was great. You know what I mean? And we're going to start talking about good times rather than bad. And a few of my mods, I tell you one thing, when it comes to music, forget about it. You know, like I said, I've lost a lot of fucking tracks in my head, but other people send them to me daily to remind me, do it. We're doing this for Ballier and for all the ravers in Ballier, all the ones I looked up to, all the ones I got fucked up with. Anyway, good evening. My name is Joe McDonald, and dance music has always been a passion, and I fell out of love with it. I have me techniques in the shed. I just don't have an amp. My father was a DJ, and I got to work in that studio, and you know the sad thing, nobody believed me. You know what I mean? Like I had friends that were bedroom DJs. That and do you know something, right? There's a geezer where I'm from, right? We'll talk about it in a minute. But hang on, let me see, right? Here, I want to play this song for the person who thought I forgot this song, and he'll know the fucking name of it. Like I said, here, I wasn't a DJ back then. I was a seller. But here, one sec. Bolivian Angel. This is for Luke Gilligan, this song. Here we go. I'm sorry about the advertisements. Listen, guys, at about 6:05, 6:10, whoever, just let me get a few tunes into me. I want to remember. So bank 15 on paper. Anyway, let's go. Back in a minute. Straightouttaballyer. Shout out to everyone in Bali playing the Dublin 10. Like that. Watching all your mates on the dance floor, off on no. You know, and I was very generous when I was off me nut. And I didn't give a fuck. Because there was moments in time where me and my friends went raving. You know, I lost my virginity in a toilet in the asylum at 15. Yeah, I'm not even gonna go into that one. It didn't last very long. But like I said here, I know where I need this channel to go. So at 6:05, I'm gonna pop the link in the chat. And there's a couple of mods I wanna come on. Brilliant. Right, you bastard. That's the good thing about in between records. Everyone after I'm not looking left and right. The bass line kicks. Next of all, you can see bodies dropping. You know, you understand, like I said, some of these records to me are fucking, you know, they're like a moment in time where it takes me back to some of the happiest times in my life. So anyway, buckle up. We are ready. I'm a son of Ballier, a soldier of Ballier, Joe McDonald, straight out of Ballier. Good evening. I've waited to do this for a long time. No time like the present. Let's go. It's like going up in Cherry Orchard. I remember, and I want to remember, and I've reached out to a couple of old DJs, ravers, whatever you want to call them. But to me, without them characters, this story wouldn't be as good as it is. And imagine at 13 years old, finding yourself in the back of a 40-foot truck on our way to Carlo. It's like, and at the time, there was myself Nicky Brennan, Yowza Tingle, Pat Carey, Eddie Burke, I think, a couple of the other boys. I think it was Pat that actually organised the transport, but this is why I've asked certain individuals to come on, because Pat will tell you, I was 14, he was 20, and I used to watch him and mimic him, I'm not lying. It's like, cause I was that in love with the fucking music and the scene, and all my mates being off the fucking nut, and me being able to help them with that. But like I said, sometimes when you bake bread and you give bread out, bread goes missing. And here, you can't go and tell fucking Johnny at the bakery, all me loaves are gone. Well, bro, I don't want to hear that. You took the parcel. It's on you. Do you understand? See this tune? Like I said, see music. I walked away from it, and I'll tell you why. Because of my dad. He learned me how to use that mixer at 13, and you know what? I never got my chance. Do you understand? If that makes any sense. I could have said to some of them, here, move out of the way. Give me them records. You know, hey, Peggy. But like I said, I'm taking myself back to 1990 to 1992. And I lived on a high energy housing estate, and I looked up to a lot of these guys, you know, who have gone on to DJ all the place. There, 1 second. Bro, I thought you'd never ask. Give me a second, brother. One sec. Bro, make sure you've no windows open. Right, go on, dive on, bro. Right. Let me load this a minute, guys. Yeah, let me put the link in the chat. Nah, listen, like I said, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, man. Fuck's sake, man. When you look up to a lot of these guys, right, and you go to an event and you do want to be one of the boys, and even if that means doing shit that's gonna get yourself into fucking trouble if you're caught. But that was the danger of it, you know. It's like it was just fucking this prick. Fuck off. Hang on. I'll tell you what, just as well I haven't got onto me hand right now, because I would fucking fling the bastard. There you go, bro. Anyway, here. 1 sec. Oh, yeah, here. I got you. Let me just grip this one, bro. Hang on. But like I said, here, there's a few people in Dublin that kind of motivated me, and I used to, like I said, man, it's fucking, this shit like goes back, I'm talking about 1990. It's the glasses, Peggy. Yeah, I can see a link in the fucking chat, Luke. But I was talking to Yowza, I was talking to Dotsy and Pat, and I said, here, listen, let's do this. It's in here, we want to talk about it. But like I said here, some of my mods have the finest music brains, and we've never used them or have never done panels. So, Luke, if you're in here, Yowza, if you're in here, hit that link down. I'm ready. Here, I want to apologise. I want to pay homage to Scotland. I want to pay homage to Peggy for always supporting me. You know, and Jockney. I'm fucking Team Jockney Sparrow all the way, and if you don't like it, you can go. Sorry, my bad. I promised I would not swear. Anyway, here, let's get back to the whole topic of this. Peggy, where I'm from, we used to all go to raves, and all the older lads, they kind of watched us, if that makes sense. And because of all that nonsense, I end up working in one of the best nightclubs Dublin's ever fucking had, called the Asylum. Here we go. Boom. Luke, make sure all your shit. How's it going,
What's
brother?
the story? What's the story?
Where is he gone?
Here.
1 second. Yeah. How's it going, you fucking handsome
I'm not bleeding. I'm not bleeding gone anywhere. Where are you gone?
I'm here. Can you see me?
No, I can fucking hear you though. Without being on the internet, I can hear you from Dublin.
I know, bro. I'm sorry about that. It's like, God
I'm
bless
only
me.
messing with you, man. Thing.
But like I said earlier on, now, Dotsy fucking sent me a message on Messenger, and he said to me, bro, why don't you get fucking Gerard fucking to come on with us? So I used to play Gar with fucking girls when we were kids. Did you go?
Dotsy has
Yeah,
no. I went to the Johns and I got kicked out. Loads of us got kicked out because the head brother was going senile, so he fucking gave loads of us. We deserved that anyways, right? But then I done a course for 6 months in when Microsoft Office, and I was only coming out, right? And it actually helped me later on. But then I went to the Tech in Crumlin for 5th and 6th year, and that was like the second wave of the Olympic and all was happening, like the later on one towards the millennium, right? And of course, then half of me fucking years all from Dalton's Barn and Rialto and also, you know what happened there? Yeah. It was deadly.
This is what I'm saying. It's like you have a good fucking memory because you remember a lot of fucking tunes with, and I was just playing tunes yesterday, and you were just fucking naming them like that. And
well, I'll tell you why that is, will I?
Go on, because you're fucking smart. I am.
Exactly right. I don't mean exactly because I'll tell you exactly why. Exactly why that is because you know where we grew up, right?
Yeah.
You know where we grew up, and a lot of my mates that were my age, right? They didn't want to leave Ballier, and their money was spent on hash and cans or pints and bookies, right? And I always knew there was a fucking bit of a bleeding world outside the current Minter walls of Dublin 10, and I wanted loads of it. I wanted every bit of it. Because my sisters were always going to England and out to festivals, right, when I was a kid, and I couldn't go. But I'd be reading about the festivals in the magazines and all that they had, right? So every bit of my money, apart from the odd few clothes and trying to look pretty for chasing, you know what I mean, wanting boards to fancy it. Apart from that, and getting me haircut and trendy barbers, every bleeding penny went on record, Stuart. Whether it was the Abbey Mall or before the internet, it was mail orders out of fucking newspapers and magazines. But it wasn't just that. It wasn't just dance music. I was into the bands and all as well. Singles, 12-inch singles, and then me dad made a deal with me that he hit me man. Dad says, right, if you go back there and do your leaving cert and don't get kicked out of the Tech and Crumlin, we'll get to them decks you want, you know. And I still have them to this day, Jude, and you know what? I'll always have them.
Yeah, man. Here, Luke, you must have gone into Abbey Discs, right?
Mm.
Hang on, who's that trying to get on? Here, guys, I'm not being rude, right? But tonight, I'm just bringing on myself and Luke and Mark. Tomorrow or whenever we do it, it's only like a little experiment live. Myself and Luke have a passion for fucking dance music, but this motherfucker has a memory like a fucking elephant.
And a body like one as well.
Come in, that here. Do you remember the fella called Aiden that worked in Abbey Discs? I think he was gay. Aiden, his name was.
Oh, one of their sons, was he?
No, it's like fucking in Abbey Disc, right? It's like, okay, right? When I start going into the asylum, what I start doing then was going into fucking Abbey Disc and buying the champion. You know when champion tracksuits and feel it all come out, Luke?
Yeah, of course.
And because of, it's mad, I worked in Spar, and that's how I got my job. Through aiming. And then I son aiming.
Do us a favour, just before I forget, right? I'm sorry, I know I interrupted you there, right? Will you get me to show you the photograph I have of me ma taking it coming out of that Spar with the Eamon's barber sign behind that in 1992, right? I took it from the window of my dad's box type micro. SI 477 was the reg, and SI is 1986 in the old regis, right? I have a picture. I've done the internet uploaded, scanned and all, but I'll show it to you. It's outside coming out of the old Spar when the RTV video shop was next door, the telly shop. Do you remember the telly rentals place?
Have you got a photographic memory, bro?
Yeah, I think so. I always had it. Scary, dude. I thought it was on the spectrum when all of this autism buzz and all was known, right? And I went to when I started walking, dude, in my late teens and early 20s, I went to loads of private clinics and all without telling anyone, getting tested for every spectrum, multiple choice questions in front of a panel of 4 fucking different doctors. Now, it turns out I don't. I just have interests on a bit. I know I didn't really fit into the Spaniard stereotype. I didn't, and I know I didn't. Well, I didn't really want it in the end when they were all fucked up and in jail and all that with me. But here, listen, I wouldn't have ever wanted to grow up anywhere else because there's not enough pages or stages in the world to write and fucking talk about the fucking adventures you have in that place, man. It's the maddest, best part of Dublin for a young fella to grow up in.
You have a fucking great memory, and I picked up on this ages ago. As you know, you can read people.
A lot of people do. I get that all the time. I don't brag about it, but I get it all the time, you know.
Can I just say one thing, right? And I hope you don't think I'm being rude or anything, but just for tonight, I said I'm only doing till about fucking 7:15 to see how it go, because if the truth be told, I'm not very good at panels, and I needed a few more. And Luke, all I'll say is, I need his fucking memory. He would be every fucking event now. What he said there about he watched the sisters all going to events in England. Now, because I've lived in England 28 years, I've been to loads of fucking events, Creamfields. Hey, Luke, do you know where to go? Have you ever heard of Tomorrowland?
Oh, it looks amazing. We always wanted to go. You know. I had friends that went all right, yeah.
But listen to me, like I said, guys, listen, Mark, honestly, bro, you can come on me panel any other time. Tonight, it's just like a little fucking experiment. I just want to see, can I fucking do it? But today, so, Luke, check this out. And, right, remember I told you the first fella I reached out to without saying anything, yeah?
Yes, yeah.
Right, and then I reached out to Yowza. I used to play hurling and gar with him as a kid, and then when we
for the Delassalle, was it?
Yeah, well, I went to John's and the Tech, and I got fucked out of both. That brother fucking... That
happened?
Nah, that fucking brother Philip, I don't know whether he was still there when you were there.
Oh, Dick. Brother Dick.
Half the time, that cunt, I tried to blow him up in the science lab with Doherty in it.
Remember Eamon Doherty with the bushy eyebrows?
Yeah. Dickhead.
Yeah.
Go on.
Doc had mouth hills all over every fucking finger on his hands, man. Big warts. It was rotten.
Man. Oh, bro, I'll tell you one thing, right? I don't know whether you know Jay Vickers, Sam
Yeah.
Vickers, Simon Vickers, right? I was
Jay
with him,
who?
bro. I was with him the day he fell out of that fucking conker tree, bro, and his head broke as well. I remember sitting in sitting room
Oh.
and Raymond is laid out there, bro. He fucking hit the ground. He was on a conker tree,
Which
do you
Jay
know?
is that?
Fucking conkers down at people being a fucking clown, and he fucking fell and died. And you know what? You know Keith Collins, bro. I was with him the night he got stabbed to death,
Yeah.
and he died in my arms. And Teresa Brady, bro.
That was outside. That was around by Fleet Street, wasn't it?
That fucking Mick R. Wallace from Sheriff Street. One of my cousins gave him a crack of a fucking. But long story short, we all went in that night on the fucking 79, and I don't drink.
Yeah.
There's about 8 of us, including girls. Anyway, after the apartment ended, big fucking crowd. Now, I didn't realise Luke was. Keith Collins was on the fucking ground. Now, we found out because of the coroner report, he was stabbed 3 times, but one of them punctured his fucking heart. So his body just fucking broke. I'll never forget the fucking smell on the table. That steel, and bro,
horrible.
He died calling for his ma, and there was not one thing I could do about it, you know.
Well, look at what you had, you know, with your family problems growing up in Bluebell accidents, right? Put that with that even before you went to raves, Stuart, and you wonder why you lost your way on ecstasy and everything else that came after it, you know. A lot of people wouldn't have survived it. A lot of people wouldn't have lived through that. Or, you know, at least you didn't become a fucking mass shooter or a serial killer or a fucking sex offender. You know what I mean? You just fucking self-medicated. And people need to realise that before they start throwing labels around. That's what our old teacher in the senior college, a psychology lecturer, he used to always say, labels are for jars and not people. And that's the fucking gospel, isn't it, though?
Definitely.
And any little cunt who throws labels around hasn't any life experience, and their mom wipes their arse for them, even still now in their 40s, you know what I mean? And she will do.
I've realised this. I only have one son, right? And I used a thing on him called the method of encouragement, right? I fuck my
That's
shit.
the best method to use, man, yeah.
No, was not fucking his shit up. Bro, my lad come to see me. He was 18 months. I was in Mountjoy prison on a gun and a heroin charge. And bro, I made the deal with God. I said, God, here, can you do me a favour? If you can get me off this fucking charge, I'll promise you, I'll get the fuck out of Dodge and I'll get me lad out of this and I'll make him be a somebody one day. And 10 years now to the day, he has a bachelor's up in Liverpool. He's a heavy youth worker up there, Luke, right? And he's helping kids.
Top step, isn't it?
LDs, autism, what kind of labels, bro? And these organisations work with the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Now, are you familiar with the Make-A-Wish Foundation?
Yeah, give kids the the dream come true before they pass, yeah?
Bro, come here. There's kids in that Albert Hospital, and can I just say, hang on a minute. See, Alder Hay Hospital is the best children's hospital in the world, and the staff. I fell out with loads of manx because of the love I have for Scousers. Bro, I forced them a football fan. Then I'm a football fan. Then I'm a Man United fan. Now, you'll see all around, bro.
I'm a Liverpool fan as well, but did you get that bit? Did you get... Jude, sorry, before I go any further, right? Don't be smoking in that studio if you have all of them, and especially the paint on the walls with your dark, because you're gonna blacken them or yellow them. Yeah,
no, you're right. But like I said here, this is just like an experimental one, and I'm good at taking it.
I know. There'll be none of that here, though, don't worry.
Check this. Anyway, fucking. So I hear me phone ding, and last night it was Dotsy, and he said to me, he goes, bro, do you know what? Keep her up, well, you hear this. He said, keep her up, you know, fair fucking play to you. Loads of people are watching you in Ballier. And I know that. And he said, fair play to you, like, keep doing what you're doing. Today he popped up and he said, and I was only at the text and yells last night, so them two must be London, you pair of fuckers if you're watching.
Ah, they're still friends, yeah. They go to events in England and all, yeah, yeah. I don't know Joseph myself, only to see because he's always in the road at Dotty when I was growing up. But me mates and all that know them, you know, from outside the Ballier as well.
All them boys, as you know, Luke, I'm from Cherry Orchard, and you knew me best friend, which is here, look, there's my best friend.
Robert, yeah, Bert, yeah.
He was my fucking mate, bro, right?
They were always all on my road with Dotty, man.
No, can I just read this out, guys, right? Luke, check this, let me read this, right? Togetherness is
Yeah, one sec. I love that poem.
That is nothing at all. I have only slipped away into the next room. I am, and you are you. I am I, and you are you. What does it say? Fuck it, I'm not reading it. I'll only put me on it. Now, Luke.
That's what I like.
Dotty said to me about an hour ago, he said, do a podcast, myself, yourself, Luke, Yowza, Dotty, and if I can get the like I said, I'm bro over time. I've waited 6 years to do this, Luke, yeah? And I'm no good at the game yet, but I'm willing to give it a go. You know why? I love music, I love people, I love football. I'm passionate about mental health, right?
Yeah.
It's awareness, post-match awareness. Luke, do you know something right now? You know the way I always say education is the way forward.
It fucking is, man.
Would you not agree with me? Every situation you find yourself in life, you need educating about it, correct?
Oh yeah, big time, big time. Well, old people have loads of wisdom, man. You know, most of my mates, my good mates are twice my age, maybe, man, you know what I mean? Well, no, 8.5, you know.
But, like I said, Luke, your knowledge in music and my fucking knowledge of being from up in that motherfucker.
Yeah.
You start bringing on a few more people over time.
I'll get a few DJs as well. You should bring Rory on when you get sorted.
Well, this is what I'm saying, Luke, right? I have 3 channels, but I have 2 channels, if that makes sense. Straightouttaballyer.
I know.
Straightouttaballyer 2. The other one's just left there. I just want to get on with this one. I told you, if it takes me 50 attempts, even if I fuck up and I make myself look stupid, eventually we're going to have a shitload of dubs chatting on a regular basis every night, and on top of the platform. I've no interest, guys, on what's going on YouTube. And here, keep that.
I couldn't give a fuck either, man.
Yeah, I'm going to talk about me country, mental health, addiction awareness, motherfucker awareness, mental health awareness, YouTube awareness, stranger danger. Shout out to all the fucking DJs on YouTube. And I'll tell you what, he's scared of his own shadow and that other gobshite. Bro, I leave them all. I have an idea, and it's like, it's gonna, even if I talk to 2 people, you know, that 2 will turn into 4, that 4 will turn into 8. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and you probably won't need to be doing it every day then once you get settled, because you'll be set days, like say, you can say Tuesday and Thursday nights, like fucking football training at U clubs used to be growing up, you know. But see that music as well, you know, I was saying about the systems and the events, right? That's like the big annual gigs, concerts in Milton Keynes and Donington Park and all, right? It was before raves even, Jude, and the Hammersmith Odeon and all, like in London. So, that'd be before cheap flights, so you'd be getting the ferry over and back, you'd be gone for 3 or 4 days, you know. That bleeding night coach from Bussardas onto the ferry for 30 quid, remember that?
Yeah, fucking hell, man.
Well, I'll tell you another thing about music as well, really quickly, Jude. I won't grab on about it. My outfit, as you know, worked in Semper. He was the foreman there for 30 years, Jude, right till it closed. From, you know, 1970 to 96, late 96, and that's a good to 30 years. But what they used to do was, there was a savings club for loads of things, right? Christmas, and what we did was also in was the record club, right? So they take a few bob out of your wages every week, and they'd save up a record vouchers for Christmas and the summer, right? For, say, late April, early May, right? When your school holidays will be nearly finishing. And then just before Christmas, right? So if you remember 1986, Jude, right? HMV and Grafton Street, the flagship store in Ireland, right, opened around the Christmas time. But just after, I think it was before or just after the summer, the Virgin Mega store down near their bus stop opened. So we could use the vouchers in both of them places. Now, we wouldn't have done it that year because it would have been fucking, you know what I mean, not long, pay pens and dirty nappies and shit. But the very late 80s and the early 90s, it was just like heaven. You know what I mean? Imagine getting your record and your album out for like a 10 or 15 pound voucher due before your school holidays finish and then before Christmas. And it's nothing to do with Santa. You're getting them out of your daddy. So you can give someone the present of a record or a tape in your family, you know. I tell you now, I still have a lot of the sisters' old albums and all. Now, most of them are shy like fucking, you know, Brussels and Spandau Ballet, but they have to, they're the old fucking, now that's what I call music, and the hits album with the dice on it, the double album, all different bands and songs and all. That was their education in the gaff. But my man and dad always had music playing, like your folks, you know what I mean? And my man still sings along to the radio, so it was all around us, and you know, you knew what was what. And then like, I was the go-to man and with the mates for fucking making tapes on the decks or copying albums and all as well. So, and then Wayne will tell you what your house was like for music as well, Wayne Moody, you know. Wayne was always down with us. He was the older sisters were his pals, you know.
Yeah, man.
Photographs of Wayne in the gaff, 1989.
At this song, right, now I had to reach out to Liam Dollard about fucking 6 years ago. About this specific record. At the start, you can just hear like a baby crying, and the beat is
a baby crying.
That tune, Passion. It's kind of it's not Passion, but at the start, you kind of hear that beat, and then you hear the baby going wah wah wah, and you hear this fucking helicopter next to the wall, boom 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 boom, and I fucking had to reach. I reached out to loads of DJs, and none of them. And then I reached out to Liam Dollard and he fucking got it for me within 24 hours. And I should have.
What was it called?
But Luke, listen, and I'll tell you, right? You know your shit about music right now. Dotsy said to me before. So what I'm gonna do is how does this sound, right? We'll do a live.
Dotsy said, what did Dotsy say to you before?
He said to me, he said, Jude, he said, I've watched your fucking podcast or your lives. And they're fucking deadly. He said, will you let me and you on and we'll talk? Hey, and do you know what he said to me? We'll title it about two Ballier legends. And here, I'm not in the conversation.
Yeah. Do your own platform, Dotsy. Yeah. Me and Dotsy, Dotsy's a few years older than me, right? But me and Dotsy had some mad sessions at them rounds and all, yeah. Mad parties and all as well.
Well, like you said now, I'm not going to say too much, but I've seen him when he came over to Yowzer and where he's gone, and because he just tagged me on me Instagram. And Luke, look at we're all Straightouttaballyer. Me, you, Yowzer, any of the boys that come on. As far as I'm concerned, I'm from Cherry Orchard. Right now, a lot of people up there mightn't be everybody's cup of fucking tea, but look at I grew up with them, and it is what it is. But look at here. I'm not on here. I have to be impartial going forward, Luke.
Yeah.
You're
right, man.
I noticed this with you. You have a fucking photographic memory because I was playing here. It took me fucking 4 hours to write fucking 20 songs, right? And within fucking 10 minutes, 5 of them.
Yeah.
Name and
I'd actually go with you if you had a few queued up, all of them tunes from Dublin, and I'd shout them off on one of these lives, not a bother. Now, I mightn't get them all, but I guarantee you I'll get you over 3/4 of them anyways.
Yeah, well,
within seconds. I'll hear you the first few beats before any break comes on. I go, yeah. I'll tell you what label it's on as well. But anyways, what was I going to fucking say there, man? I really forgot. Yeah, I just want to apologise for the camera movement and all. I'm actually holding my phone up in the air, so I have to sort something that'll hold us together until I get me Wi-Fi sorted. I have the laptops and all there as well, so
listen,
handy then sitting down.
For fucking 6 years, right? As you know, I've been on YouTube. I have
And you had your fair share of bollocks to deal with as well on there, you know.
no interest in what they're doing. I just want to bring on, like I said, Dodgy sent me a message and he said, bro, me and you will dive on if you want. And I said, well, I have a friend like Luke Gilligan, you know, and he's got a mind of, like I said, I think the guy's a photographic memory because he knows his fucking music. I was banging tunes out yesterday and he was just fucking naming them. So it's about recognition.
What did he say? What did he say when you told him that?
No, he fucking knows, like I said, you know what I mean, at the end of the day.
Yeah. Me and Dexter used to get a load of cans up in his apartment and put the laptop on. And we used to go, do you remember this one? Do you remember this one? And he'd be in the jacks, right, having a piss. And I'd put one on for the crack when he's in there so he'd hear it. And he used to run out of the toilet. Before he even put his bags up near you sometimes, put that on me page, put that on me page. Ask him about that. We used to have a laptop night, we used to call it.
Do you know Gary Flynn?
Not personally, but I know who he is, yeah. There's loads of them that were different age group, you know.
Him got battered one night. Bro, we went up to G1. When
was that over?
Right. Basically, right.
He didn't want you selling in the asylum, was it?
No.
Jealousy of selling.
This is what happened. Okay, now I'll put her in a language.
You don't have to say anything now. You can tell me privately if you want.
No. Check this out. It's not a problem. Okay, so any business, like any nightclub in a certain city, you can't expect to set up a shop without other people noticing and being very.
Well, here, a fine example of that. A fine example of that is your local hacienda in Manchester. Look what happened there, Hugh.
We never went to the hacienda. I know it's open. A few people let me down. Is all I'm gonna say. I had to take the blame. So look at. Here's how it is.
Yeah, I know.
50 chickens, and all your mates like eggs, and you give them the chickens, and they don't even give you any eggs, and they keep the chickens, and you're in trouble then because you have to like 50 chickens. Where am I going to get 50 chickens? Pull them out of my ass. You know, that kind of way.
Well, I've seen that happen in the same area a couple of years later or whatever since it happened to you and your mates and stuff. But I'll tell you a dangerous game a couple of lads that were in Mullier in school used to play. Now, these lads were from up the flats, the flats up there near the Olympic, like Charlemagne Street and all on the other side of the road.
It's on the. I know where it is. It's just been fucking haven't been.
Yeah. Up near the canal into Portobello and all, right? Now, these lads were deadly DJs as well, and they were on the pirate radio too, and they're still friends of mine. But what loads of them now from the flats, and loads of them that I didn't know, right? They used to go to the Olympic in the early days, like all you used to, and they'd get between about 6 or 7 of them. Listen to this, dude. Now, early 90s pills as well. 50 ye on tick off of someone in the flats, right? And whoever stopped dropping them on the night had to foot the bill, Jude. And they used to do that every week.
Wow, that's a dangerous game, that, man.
That is fucked up, because you were selling the hash and going around with lawnmowers and all, earning the money for it. But that is fucking mad, isn't it?
I made that mistake because I used to be a bread man, and I was very loyal to the guy I got the bread off. And what I did was I fucked up on this bread bill, and I went to another baker, and he gave me some bread, and I sold his bread in order to pay for the other bread. Does that make sense?
Yeah, well, I tell you, the only bread man I'll ever be loyal to all my life, Jude. Joey Boswell. Greetings.
Yeah, it's fucking sad, like, over the years, you know, and like I said, I can't let certain memories be forgotten.
No.
I want to remind myself of the good times, Luke. Now, like I said, yeah, music, mental health, football, whatever, anything but YouTube, guys. Now, like I said, one of me fucking mods. I've 100% respect for him. He's credible as
Yeah,
fuck.
likewise, Jude, likewise.
Now, Luke, listen, I'm gonna fucking bring
Yeah.
the flood now. I'm gonna start doing it 3 times a week. Now, tonight it's just a little experiment. Yeah. Now, I'm like a
Yeah.
fuck 50 band bro, and I have loads of stuff.
Jude, whatever's happening there with your earphones, I'm only getting every second word. I think that's going into the live feed, so you're crackling a bit. Say that again.
I fucking forget what I believe about to say that. Yeah, look, here's how it is, right?
Well, you have to stop smoking spliffs.
I know that. I'm fucking like I said, I'm no good at this, but Luke, like there's.
Will you stop putting yourself down and comparing yourself to other people, including your father? Because everyone has to fucking start somewhere. You should know that. You're a wise man.
I know. Well, bro, I bleed green, white, and fucking. You know what I mean? And to get where I have, bro, is fucking. You know. And everything's about credibility, as you know. I can walk back to Cherry Orchard Avenue tomorrow, and here for everybody who cannot walk.
Why would you want to do that? Why, in God's name, would you want to, or whatever anyone believes in? Why, in God's name, after getting away and setting up a new life and sending your son to uni, right? Why would you want to walk back down to Cherry Orchard Avenue?
What I mean,
and drag yourself back yourself mentally back to 28 years ago? Like, why?
My point
Drive through it.
If let's say if I want, I could go back and
right.
Because if like, you know all the wood, like you know where my old house was, so you and lived across the road. Then you go into the college. The wood was one of my best friends. Anto Larkin told me.
Michael's a friend of mine as well, Jude, and so is his missus. Yeah, I'm not naming people or telling anyone's business stuff.
When you see him tell myself he's a scout bastard and to get his arse on the channel. Luke, listen to me.
Michael doesn't do well with his breathing, Jude. So I don't think he'd be fucking up for coming on. But you can contact him yourself, I suppose.
No, well, listen, right. Look,
he's an asthmatic or something, yeah.
Tonight it's just like a little trial run, just to see. And I know where I want to go. So I'm not doing lives every day. I'm 3 times a week, 12 or 1 o'clock and then 6 o'clock in the evening. And Luke, over time, we're going to put a few Ballier heads on, and we're going to talk about music, no fuckery or anything like that. I'm not interested. No, I'm interested in today, how we are.
Yeah.
But
listen, to be honest, dude, all of that shit is fucking. That's for the Sunday world. That's not for your podcast. You know what I mean?
I've no desire to compete with anyone on YouTube.
No.
I want to bring a few Ballier heads together to talk about fucking music. Dot's reached out an hour before the live. He said, "Oh, come on, Yowzer will come on, you will come on." Some of the finest music minds in Ballyfair, mate. Do you understand?
Yeah.
You bro, and listen, yeah. Get a little few followers, and on 3 channels I've got over 1,000. So, and I've done a couple of guys. Listen to me, yeah. From
Dotsie's a Facebook celebrity. He gets you a few followers, all right. You might want some of them now. yeah. Once he's done talking about rave, he'll put it everywhere. He knows that.
Luke, I know where this is going, and we're gonna have, bro. For 6 years, I told YouTube about all the bad times. Now they're getting the good times.
Talk about the good times. I know where it's going to probably go as well, Jude. Wormwood Scrubs are the priority mental health fucking boards. What?
No, fairness. Thanks very much for coming in. Yeah. And
so here, listen, it's nothing. What would I be doing? Sitting here answering the radio or the telly back and giving out to the fucking mob. I'm at home. It's never a problem. Believe that now when I say it, because I wouldn't say it if it wasn't believable. So, you know what I mean? It's not a problem. And listen, while I'm off and that, and when I'm off and I haven't got my head in the books or I'm not working or whatever, like all you have to do is ring me a few hours in advance and say, listen, want to do this or that. I told you all that. I don't need to give away our scripts on the live. But no, it's any fucking time. I can't fucking look at keep moving my camera because I'm trying to sort out where to hold it. I'm sitting on my armchair here.
Good. Listen to this, dog. Like I said, bro, I thought you want to talk about and I already knew you. Like
Jude, a lot of that is not coming onto your mic. It's crackling. Say that again.
yeah, it's bad, but listen to me, Luke. I just want to say thanks for coming in tonight. It's like,
No problem. Thanks for having me, Jude.
Now listen to this, bro. Like a mock gun. And like I said, I've no interest in people. I want to talk to people that have learned from their mistakes. I want to talk to people who have paid their debt to society. Like I said, mental health and addiction goes on. And I know a little bit about both. But listen, I'm going to leave that. It was a bit of mental life,
Jude, your mic's not working. Jude.
My mic's okay. It's yours. But guys, listen, Luke, I'm going to end this live. Guys,
Yeah.
I want to thank Luke for coming in for this music fucking mind, and he's one of me mods, just like all the rest there. And a lot of my mods have stories to tell, and they're more than welcome to come on because I'm doing this for several reasons. I love people. I'm passionate about mental health. My way works.
And people love you as well, though, Jude, you know?
Well, listen, anyway, I'm going to end this live.
Yeah.
And it was going to be part of my panel. Anytime and a couple of other lads from Valley Farm talk about something that we all have in common. I love for music. Be with me, Luke.
Right, talk to you soon, Jude. Cheers, everybody.
Good night. Thanks for coming in and listen. The next week, it's only for me mods. And listen with me. I'm no good at streaming that, but I'm going to have a go over it because there's too much stuff to shit on YouTube. And my channel is
ads and shit and all, yeah.
Right, guys, have a good night, Luke. Thanks very much for coming in. God bless you, bro.